Hello and welcome to Firearm Freedom. This is going to be another first impressions video. In today's first impressions video, we're going to be taking a look at something fairly interesting, which is the Endosnake. This is going to be a shorter video because I just want to give this product a little bit of a spotlight. Full disclosure, it was sent to me by the creator and owner of Endosnake to just hear my opinion. You guys know I always give unbiased and honest reviews, so I did not promise any sort of a review. I just simply told him that I would take a look at it and give my opinions. He did not give me any funds or anything like that to say anything on camera. I took it upon myself to actually get this guy on camera because I think it could have a lot of uses for a lot of you guys out there, especially those of you that have military surplus rifles or have issues with certain firearms in their collection. If you do not know what a bore camera is, it is basically, as it sounds, a camera that goes inside the bore of a firearm. These have been around for quite some time, but what they have not been able to do is actually get small enough to fit inside pretty much any caliber of firearm, which this one has actually achieved. This guy can fit in a .22 long rifle and up. Now, first off, the only recommendation that I would have to Endosnake on this particular guy is offering different mounts here up at the front to possibly slip over the camera itself for different calibers that you're putting the camera in. I found out right away that when you're putting this camera in, say, a 30 caliber bore, since it's only the size of a .22 long rifle, you're really getting a lot of play side to side. So you have to do kind of a good job of rotating the actual wire of the camera when you're putting it in to see certain spots of the bore. So I think a small rubber piece or plastic piece or something that you could slide over this to fit the exact diameter of the bore and hold the camera straight would be really beneficial. What you're going to get here is a small ring of LED lights around the outside, and you're actually going to get 720 video footage. Now, unfortunately, if you do have an iPhone, you're not going to be able to hook this camera up immediately to the iPhone. You're going to have to connect it utilizing the app and this Wi-Fi box that comes with the actual camera. The camera itself has quite a few adapters here on the end for a USB that you can plug into the computer and download an app if your computer is capable of that, and that'll allow you to get an immediate live video feed on your computer, or you can hook it up to an Android phone. But unfortunately, they don't make it yet with an adapter to put it directly to your iPhone. I wish they did this because I think a lot of people out there obviously have iPhones, and that would be helpful. But moving up here, on the actual camera cord itself, you do have this little dial here, and that's going to adjust the amount of light that gets put into the bore through the camera itself. The other thing that I did notice if you are utilizing the Wi-Fi box is there's obviously going to be a slight amount of delay. And because of that delay, if you move this camera in a fast motion for whatever reason, you may get a little bit of a glitchy catch up on the phone itself. So be aware that you're going to have to kind of move it slowly through the bore to really get that nice 720p video. What would be the reason for using a camera like this? Well, I actually see a lot of really big benefits. For me, I can show you guys as a reviewer things like an HK roller delayed fluted chamber design that would be really difficult to show you without actually using a camera like this. And it gives you a really, really cool look at the inside of the bore. But also, for somebody like myself that owns military surplus rifles, I think this is pretty cool to actually be able to inspect those military surplus rifles and look at the condition of the bore. You can see things like throat erosion of a rifle, and you can see them better than you ever could utilizing your human eye and just a bore light. You can also even see things like the firing pin protruding out of the bolt head when you pull the trigger and dry fire the gun. I thought that was extremely cool because you can kind of see if a firing pin is fractured or not when it is actually in the locked up position and working inside of the gun. So all of these things are pretty cool, and I'm not gonna lie guys, I first got this in and I was kind of like, it's gonna be, you know, kind of cheesy and worthless and not really work well. But overall, after using it, I was pretty impressed. Going outside of the firearms world, you can always use these guys around the house. If you have a leak or something like that and you need to check down a drain, you can obviously easily feed this down a drain, and it does come with a waterproof piece here that you can put over the front to see inside of a vent or any other small space in your house that you need to get a camera into. So it has a lot of uses outside of the firearms world. As far as price point, it's very reasonable. It's only 50 bucks, and I think it would be a really cool addition to a collection. Now, like I said, guys, I'm not sponsored by Endosnake, and I was pretty damn impressed with this little camera. It's fairly simple with the setup. You're just gonna download the app, and I was able to read in the instructions how to do that within only a couple of minutes, and I was able to figure it out. The app that you're gonna use is MoView, and it's kind of a, no frills app. You're either gonna be able to take a photo or take a video of whatever the camera is filming at that particular point. You guys are seeing right now up in back roll some really cool shots of different firearms that this camera is in, and another thing that you'll be able to see is just simply how the life of your bore is doing. Now, ultimately, there's really only going to be so much that you can see from 720 footage, but if you have certain spots of the rifling that are pitting or something like that, it'll allow you to see that much better than anything else. So overall, guys, I'm going to use it a lot more on some different firearms, but I wanted to get a first impressions video out, just letting you guys know what I thought about this. That's pretty much going to wrap this video up, guys. If you have any other questions about this camera, go ahead and throw them down in the comment section, and you guys know I absolutely will get back to you. While you're down there, check out that description and head to the Firearm Freedom Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram account. On the Facebook account, that first link there will take you to a video which will tell you how you can actually support what I do here on the Firearm Freedom channel. If you guys like what's coming out here on the YouTube channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you're always updated whenever I post a new video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, stay tuned for more great videos to come soon.